Hey guys, Entech here, and today I'm bringing you a very requested video along with one of the most often asked questions I have received, and namely, how to get on the dev server. Instead of saving Google this or check this video out, I thought why not make a video myself. So first off, the way to get on the dev server seems to change every now and then, so I don't know how long this video will stay relevant, but for the time being this is how you currently do it as of 1.31. I will, however, try to update things as time goes on if it does change. So first off, what you want to do is you want to go into your computer and then into your C drive and locate the War Thunder folder. If you have a 64-bit Windows OS installed, it will probably be under x86. Find the War Thunder folder, right-click and copy it, and then paste it to your desktop. The reason why you want to do it this way is so that when you run the launcher for the game from this specific folder, that launcher is the only one that gets the settings changed, the game patched, and whatever else goes into preparing it for the dev server. You do this so your normal launcher that you use all the time doesn't get messed up and you don't have to undo the changes you make to the dev launcher version. Once you paste it to the desktop, it will take a while to copy. So once it's done, what you want to do is you want to go into the folder and you want to make a new file for the dev server. What I do is I copy one of the warthunder.yuf files, and then once I copy it, I click on the name to rename it. I highlight all of the text, including the extension .yup, and I rename it to matching dev mode, just like you see here. Now this should prompt and say the file might become unusable. Are you sure? And then just click yes. Not everybody does it this way, but I do it this way so that I know that this file actually had the change happen, and I know that it's going to work correctly. Now I know that some people use the .dat file, one of the files in there, and they just repeat the same steps as it. And I know they use another method with the text document method, but I don't use that method of the creating a text document because that method sometimes the file association will not correctly change, and then the file won't work and you'll get errors. So to verify it worked, what you want to do is you just click on the file, the matching dev mode, and then look at the bottom left hand corner of the window and verify that it just says file. If so, let's move on to the next step. The forum says to delete the config.blk file as well as the .yup files, and I don't know if you need to do this, but I do it every single time and it works just fine, so just delete those files. The launcher itself will remake the files on its own, so you don't have to worry about that. Deleting the config file does cause you to have to redo the graphical and launcher settings, so just redo those and you should be fine. This will not change the settings that you have on the normal launcher for those graphical crazy people who have tweaked everything perfectly. So what you want to do next is you want to launch the game by double-clicking on the launcher.exe file, and once the launcher loads up, make sure that down in the bottom right-hand corner it reads dev server. It should be in red. If it doesn't say that, go to the top right-hand corner of the screen and click the wrench icon. In this window you should see server, and then underneath that you should see dev server selected in a drop-down window. If it doesn't read this anywhere, you did something wrong, so go back and check your steps. If it does say the dev server, the launcher should patch on its own the first time that the dev launcher is loading up or when there's a new update. This may take a while to patch, so just be patient and let it patch, and then once it's done, I'll explain the next steps. If the launcher patched successfully, you should see the patch version number change to the current test dev server patch number in the bottom right hand corner of the launcher, and then you want to verify that it changed in order for it to make sure that it's working correctly. If it has patched successfully and once it's done, just click play and then log in. If the dev server is open, you should be able to play. If the devs close the server down for updates, maintenance, or whatever other purpose they have, you will know it's closed down temporarily if you see down for maintenance or your account is not authorized or something like that. If during the patch process your antivirus prompts you detecting a virus, it isn't actually detecting a virus. You can either remove the file, ignore it, or disable the antivirus temporarily until the patch is done. If you remove the file, you will have to restart the launcher if you get an error, and then update the files if you are prompted to do so. Other than that, there really isn't much more to it. If you guys like this video, you can let me know by clicking the thumbs up button below and subscribing to my channel if you have yet to do so. Thanks guys, I'll see you in the skies.